I am particularly offended by other people's bad habits that are not the same as my own at the present time. The way they always do those things, this and that and other stuff that I don't have the time, money, or energy to do anymore. But if you've got some things to say about stuff I do every day that is not the same as yourself at the present time, who, tell me who, that's WHO, died and made you king.
Be me. Be 21. Girlfriend's 19. Been dating for months now. This guy named Joe comes out of fucking nowhere into my life. He's my new coworker at my company. Find out he has no money and no place of residence. Moved here for a job that he can no longer afford his hotel with. Decide to open up to him. Keep him at my apartment for weeks. Bro is pretty cool. We play vidya, drink beers, watch football. This continues for months. Afterwards, find out my girlfriend is pregnant. By all tradition, I have to marry her now. One night, eating out at dinner with my soon-to-be wife, Joe had stayed late at the office for some time. I popped the question. She admits she was raped by a Joe and the baby isn't mine. She isn't ready to make a commitment after being violated. I go home in a fucking rage. Throw out all of Joe's shit. Gonna fucking kill Joe when he gets home. Joe gets home about 1 a.m. As soon as he opens the door, I fucking punch him right in his bastard face. His eye swells up like a ball of cotton. He swings at me. I dodge and sweep his leg. He falls down. I'm in a giant fucking rage now. Go to my fucking room, grab my gun out of my drawer. Go back to confront Joe. Joe jumps in his car and fucking hightails it out of there. I haven't seen or heard from him since. On the phone a month later with my brother, he finally asked why I've been so depressed. I tell him if it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Can't start off a show with rape. What can you start off a show with?
Welcome to Verbal Assault.
Verbal assault. Guys, I've had a great day today. Great
Good.
day. It's been a
I
great
saw your
quarantine
picture.
day.
I should.
Yes.
Here, let me.
The
You'll have
cozy
to give me a
campfire.
minute, but I'll get it
Throw
on the
that up
screen.
there.
Just give me some time.
Got out, went to the Walmart, spent a lot of money on food.
Do you like
Took
that
the-
line?
It wasn't too bad. The best part, I took the really long way home and drove through the country, enjoyed the weather. Weather was perfect. Allergies did not hit me today the way they did yesterday. Yesterday was brutal with the allergies.
Oh man, people looking at you funny.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, you feel like you've got some shame you have to hide.
Yeah.
But no, today perfectly fine. Got back home, did my backyard workout. I got some bands, when I was at Walmart, so I can do face pulls and shit
Hell
with the
yeah.
bands.
Cool.
Yeah. Do my shoulder workout, try to fix my fucked up left shoulder. Did some sword cuts and some Joe shit, got out there. Then I built a
Sure,
fire.
shit. And the fire is now visible for all to see.
Yeah, the fire. There's my fire. This was a far more successful fire than the one I did on the podcast.
Oh shit! I didn't even see the fuck it at the bottom. Welcome to camp. Fuck it. Oh, or is it
Got me
camp
fired
fuck it?
up.
Can't fuck
Can't
it. Yeah,
fuck
that's a title. And then I got the rest of the Ukrainian vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Mix it with Sprite Zero Ginger. Oh man,
What?
now that's good. Sprite Zero Ginger. Have you not seen this shit? It's a new.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it just ginger ale?
Sorta, but it's still Sprite.
Still Sprite. I have some in the house. It's just
Yeah.
not cracked open yet.
Yeah, and cook some hot dogs and eat some cheese. I did not use buns, no buns, because I'm a man of culture. No buns.
Mm.
No
Did
buns
you eat
about
it
it.
off the stick?
What's that?
Did you eat it straight off the stick?
No, I did put it on a plate because I had some mustard and stuff there, and
Mm.
I'm not a savage. I use utensils, and I listen to jazz. It was fantastic, and now I'm here with you fine people.
I mean, you eat them
very
with buns here.
There, he's not a man of culture.
Dave, when was the last time I was there?
When's the last
Like
time
2
you had
years
diggers?
ago?
Yeah,
No, it was
Dave.
last year sometime.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no,
Yes,
it was in like October, I think, and
Told you.
there were buns involved.
I'm low carb again. I have more culture. Don't question me. I've lost 13 pounds since quarantine.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah, keep
Thank
it up.
you. Keeping it up. It feels great. Becca, how are you?
Wonderful. I mean it. I know it doesn't sound like I do, but I'm great.
I don't know.
Thanks for asking.
I looked a little manic. I don't know. I'm good.
Believe me. Believe
I'm
me.
good.
Tell
Please.
them about the crazy lightly done lady that came
Oh,
out.
should I?
I mean, why
Okay,
not?
I will
Yeah,
do
she
that.
don't listen to the show.
Yeah, she ain't
She
listening.
might. She might. At the place I work, I had a essential person out and about throughout their day decide to come in and get a pizza. And she took a very long time. She gets the same thing every time, but she took a very long time, just spreading all of whatever, she's breathed in that day around, just taking her sweet ass time. And
Well, she's got to make up for all the time that her pizza doesn't spend in the oven.
right.
She wants the
Well,
2-minute bake.
Yeah, she requested some stuff, and then while we were making the food, she said, "You don't have anywhere to sit." And I said, "Kind of on purpose." And and she was like, "Are you asking me to leave?" And I said, "Well, I mean, I'm not, I'm not asking you to. It's we're trying to keep, people around to a minimum." And she said, "Well, I'll just be out in my car. You can bring it to me there." Will do.
Okay.
And the bench, mind you, is turned on its side in front of the counter to serve as like a, hey, stay back this far. Of course, some people just go around it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where the
You should
bench
just
is,
ask
lady.
them, like, what are you doing?
The place where you normally sit, it's turned over on its side, and it's a barrier.
I would just ask her, do you watch the news at all?
People
Yeah.
do not care.
This guy, I'm in this Facebook group for the town. It's people post pictures of stuff and complaints and what's going on in this construction, blah blah blah. Somebody posted in that group yesterday, the parking garage bathrooms are closed. It's closed. Somebody should have let me know. And I'm like, have you heard?
And there's just a picture of a pile of shit in front of the door.
Shit in front of the door, like, I don't know what to do.
When they're trying to get people to not congregate, a parking garage is probably one of the first places you close, right? Because that's where everybody parks when they congregate.
I would think so. Yeah.
It's silly.
Empty streets.
Brad.
What?
Empty streets, Brad.
I really don't have much going on. I mean, between
It's
quarantine.
weird how that works. Nobody's got
Yeah.
anything going on.
Well, I finished building my second tower today. Put all the shit on top and got the shit going. So
I feel like this term building a tower is used very loosely.
I was thinking of a PC when he first said that, and I was like, "Oh, that's like work."
so it's not a very big tower. It's about maybe. So imagine looking down at it. It's a triangle where you've got 3 beams,
Yeah.
and they're about maybe a foot apart. Then it's got a zigzag pattern,
hmm
and you've got tower pieces, and they're all 10 feet. And you stack 3 pieces on top, put the guide wires on.
Oh, you are actually putting together a tower. I was under the impression that that meant that you had to like climb up and install an antenna onto an existing tower.
Oh, well, I did that today on top of the tower I finished building 2 days ago. But anyway, the tower's working now. It actually works.
Internet
Yeah.
delivered to the
Build
people.
the tower, bring up all the shit, put it on top, hook it up, run power to it, boom. Now people out in bumfuck can get internet now.
Are people? So are we seeing? I mean, you're a man on the inside in the area you're living in. Are you increasing the size of the internet tubes for people to have more internet? Because I need more internet.
Are you putting up 5G that
I need
causes
him.
COVID?
No, we don't do 5G. What we do is more like fiber, but it runs through the air instead of underground. So that's how we can get like internet access to rural.
But you
areas.
are getting more internet to people. I need some of that.
People need internet, that's for damn sure. They call up every day like, I need internet, man. You don't understand. I need it for my job.
And then you
don't
swing by
understand."
with a
They're
bag
like
of internet.
shaking and shit.
Yeah, I'm
scratching.
trying. I delivered you some internet, bro.
They're fiending for that internet. But yeah. I don't really like doing installs anymore just because I don't like being around people. So when they tell me, hey, you're doing something on the tower today, I'm like, fantastic. I don't have to talk to anybody. It's great. For
Oh,
the
yeah.
people I work with, but everybody, like, if somebody coughs at work, everybody starts giving them shit right away. It's like, hey, you feeling okay? Hmm?
Got that dry cough.
Yeah, I got that dry cough.
People's coughs are dry when they're well too.
Doesn't matter. You
Dry
cough
as
in there,
the
you get
cough.
shit. That's
Super
just how it
dry.
works. But yeah, shit's been good. I got a company card the other day. I think I already told you guys about that off the podcast, but must be doing good if they're like, hey, so here's a company card. Bring me the receipt. You can use it to buy gas for company vehicles and
What about food?
no food.
Oh,
No food, but I get mileage. So
About
it's
wool
fine.
coats.
Well,
Cigarillos.
haven't needed to buy one yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we
You
get
wait.
lap dances.
Long
Uh,
johns.
there.
Bridges.
Traditionally, lap dances are not paid for with a credit card. I know there's a place to swipe it, but I don't think it works that way.
Can always swipe.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm right here. Right here. And I'm fine. And I don't use restrooms on the interstate.
Or toilet paper.
I'd rather piss in a bottle.
You don't stop at rest
Then
stops.
drink it.
Hell no, man. Not now.
I think rest stops are definitely. I mean, if you're on the road, the rest stop is a better. If you're going to the bathroom, the rest stop is a better choice than a gas station.
Oh,
bathroom.
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And you've
man.
always got the hand washing, man. You got the sanitizer in the car, bro.
A lot of people walk past to get in that one spot. So many
what do you-
things to touch.
What do you do?
Piss in a bottle.
Mm.
All right.
He says it nonchalantly. That's just
Now,
piss in
you
the
doing
bottle.
this while driving, or do you pull over and pee in the
Oh.
bottle?
Depends on the time of day, I guess.
No way, dude.
Okay.
Could you do it while driving?
With confidence, I mean,
I have a wide enough.
If it's a big
entrance.
bottle,
Yeah, I need I
Yeah.
need some good.
yeah, like the
I need some
old,
wiggle room.
the older
I
Aquafina liter bottles. They had the nice
Yeah.
big
Gatorade
hole.
bottle.
Gatorade.
It's gotta be
Gatorade
a-
bottles.
Gatorade
if you
bottle.
want. You can just put the whole thing in there and fucking.
For me, it gets a really tight seal.
oh,
But if it's been in
Like
there long enough,
your-
it like dries and gets all sticky around the rim, doesn't it? What if you get stuck in there?
Oh,
I
it's
don't,
good because
I don't use the Gatorade bottle for that, Steve-O.
Jerk the wheel, then you know the piss bottle's not going anywhere.
It's like a penis pump.
Yeah.
It's even bigger.
G2.
Yeah,
I'm good.
he's good.
He's good.
Glad to see you guys.
Good to see you too, Dave.
How are you doing?
Well, I already gave my speech.
Hasn't
Didn't I?
changed.
I'm doing good.
Has
yeah.
it changed?
Has it changed? Yes, Dave. You disappointed me greatly. I'm coming down. I'm trying to maintain my enthusiasm. It'll bring me back up if I talk to Patrick.
What? Yeah, no.
Patrick.
Yeah,
uh,
I've been having a good day so far.
Good.
If that's what you were gonna ask.
That was what I was going to ask. I was
Okay.
also going to say, man, when this shit's done, we gotta go out, play some foosball, get some chicken wings
Oh,
and some
fuck
shit.
yes.
I'm sick of this shit.
I am too. Out and work. That's it. I did go out to the Overlook out behind UT Hospital. Went out there after work. That was
What's
a
that?
nice change of pace. It's like a trail. It goes off to a cliff, and you're like looking over the river at UT campus
Mm.
Oh, okay.
and the bridge and stuff. So it was definitely a nice change of pace today.
Like over there by
Little
the body farm?
legally allowable outdoor walking.
Yes,
Oh,
there was like only 2 other people there, and they left as soon as we walked up. So
We gotta go.
don't want to
like
be in
trouble.
violation of the law.
Right.
yep, stay 6 feet apart, people.
Okay. What are you drinking there?
For
This
me?
one
From the
is not a fancy one, but it's Evan Williams 100 proof.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that there.
Yvonne.
Get you fucked up quicker.
Fancy.
Get
Yeah.
the job done.
Just needs to do its job.
Yeah, that's all it is for.
Essential
Yes.
bottle.
Yep. Got to make this shit last here in Knoxville because we don't have
Yeah,
any liquor
Knoxville.
stores right
They
now.
don't. Yeah.
No more
What's up
liquor.
with that?
Oh,
What?
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Fucking
they-
Nazis.
They are considered non-essential at this point, so they shut them down.
Oh my god.
Were
Not
they-
in my county.
Were they essential at a certain point, like when it all
Yes,
they
started?
are
like
here.
when it was first out, they were still considered essential, and then when the
Then
mayor
Karen
or
got
the health,
involved.
Karen, the health department came out and said, "Hey, police are going to have more enforcement for people to stay in their homes, and liquor stores are no longer essential." So
Probably how they said it too. We're gonna have more police to make sure people are staying home. And liquor stores aren't essential anymore. Anyway, coming out today.
Sorry, what was that? What was that last part?
Oh, the police. Yeah, they'll be out.
No, there was,
Yep.
there was something after that.
What?
It was like
What?
you just
Oh.
kind of sped through it. It was weird.
Well, we talked about the police being out to keep people safe inside, and the liquor stores aren't essential anymore.
What?
That's
the
it.
Fuck? Was there any warning? Was it like, hey, 24 hours, go get what you need?
yeah, they pretty much gave everybody like I think it was 2 days.
Okay.
Must have been madness.
Yeah. I think it was Executive Order 23.
I mean, you
I
could
got-
still go over in a next county over.
Yeah, yeah. So
You could come over here to America.
America.
Where America's still great.
Come to Florida where everybody's essential. I saw people holding up signs that said free margaritas at some restaurant.
Yeah, some
Oh,
restaurants
there
out
you
here
go.
they're giving away to-go margaritas.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're allowed to have a to-go margarita.
They
Yep.
did make it so you can get to go booze here.
Well, that's
That
a
is
law.
true.
You got to make sure there's not a sunset clause on.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's already. That's not gonna stay. Yeah, definitely not. Well, all the other things, we'll end up with those, but
Yeah.
that one,
That's what that's how I
Nah.
feel about the alcohol. No alcohol on the beach here. They're gonna try to keep it. Maybe, I don't know. I have no basis
They
for that.
fucking
It's just a
can't.
fear.
No way.
Well, I mean, if they didn't put a sunset clause on it, then the locals, I could see
they're not. The thing is, they're not passing laws. There's no law.
They're just orders.
They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
or like
the
ordinance or whatever.
governor comes out and says, "This is what you're doing," and all the police go, "Okay, this is what we're doing."
Well, no, Cocoa
and they
Beach,
just
they
do
made
it.
their own law, or I don't know if it's considered a law or if it's an ordinance or whatever, but that's a Cocoa Beach only thing.
Right. I just mean like a lot of this like stay at home stuff is literally just.
Right.
It's just
It's not like the Senate and the state Senate and shit made laws and they got passed. It's just the governor or whoever saying, "This is what you do now,"
Yeah.
or we'll write you a fucking $1,000 ticket or
Yep.
some shit if you're at the park with 3 people.
Yeah. Wait, was it here that bumped it? Did everywhere bump it up to 1,000? 'Cause I want to say
That's
I heard
just-
that here they did that too.
It's just one I've heard. I don't know which places have that and which don't. But
Scott,
anyway,
by the way,
Steve-O.
Scott reported in. I love your username, Scott. Sofa King bad. Get it? Get it? Get it?
Yeah.
Steve-O, how are you?
Got to wear the fucking masks today.
Nice.
It
How's it
sucks.
feel?
It really sucks.
They're hot.
Yeah, they're hot. They're itchy. I trimmed my beard. I got that kick in the pants from the mask today to go ahead and trim it all up. And then I had cold what is it? Minestrone with sausage?
Minestrone.
Minestrone.
Throne. Mine's throne.
Mine's thrown.
Mine's
See, minestrone
Minestrone.
sounds very familiar, but I
Sounds more
I
Italian.
saw it on a can. I'm like, minestrone? Okay. It just looked like it had, vegetables and meat and stuff in it. So
Steve-O's gone all canned pasta.
yeah. And and a can of hot and spicy steamed oysters. I think steamed or
Was that canned as well?
Oh yes.
How are those?
Pretty damn good. If
Yeah,
you like
right.
sardines, it's already right up your alley.
That's what I was about to say. You just like eating straight sardines.
Yeah, I
so-
like sardines, yeah. I like
Yeah.
fucking anchovies. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could eat a whole can of anchovies, though. I'm embarrassed to say. Be very difficult to do. I like salt, okay, but man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta
Well,
understand.
since we're talking about masks, Dave, you did something. You posted something on Twitter, and I thought it was so beautiful and inspiring. And I would like for you to tell people about this and demonstrate how people can maintain their happiness and friendliness during this time of mask wearing and social distancing. So take it away, Dave.
All right. Well, I do think it's very important that everybody keep up the social distancing. The masks don't do it justice. It's not gonna work without it. You gotta keep that social distancing going. And it's important to keep good spirits the whole time. Because you never know. You know,
Why can't we
Where's
see
he going?
Dave when
you
he's
might make,
talking?
you might make
know.
somebody's day.
He's doing a dramatic no mask with mask.
What's ironic is while you're talking, your avatar is you scowling.
Everybody be positive.
Oh,
So yes, I did tweet this week when I knew that I'd be having my first mask day, and I do. I think it's you can't really see below the eyes, but if you smile behind your mask, you can hear it in your voice, and you can see it in your eyes, and that's you might make somebody's day. Maybe they'll smile back at you from the other side of the mask.
Eye smiles.
From 6 feet away.
You still
Eye
have to
smiles
maintain
from
6 feet.
away.
Okay.
Now, Dave, could you? No, wait. Put your mask back up, please. Can I get a? Can you give me a serious non-smile, and then give me a smile? So give me a. You're pissed at. You're at Walmart. You're pissed off. Somebody is too close to you, and you're just looking at them like, get the fuck away from me. Oh yeah.
We're gonna need to see Dave.
feel
make
the
some
menace.
sound.
Just have to
Yeah.
click Dave.
Really feel the menace. Now, Dave, I want you to imagine that person goes.
Why do you look like you're checking them out?
Because he's
I want
reaching
you-
over me. He's within my bubble and he's reaching over me.
Now, Dave, I want you to imagine that a girl in yoga pants walks by, but she's 6 feet away, and you're smiling. Look at that.
He's already
Look at
doing
the
it.
Look at the difference. Look at that. It's incredible. You can really feel it. I feel the joy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tyra Banks has always said that you got to smile with your eyes.
Yeah, man. It happens. It just comes naturally.
I'm ready for the I don't know, a few days from now or a week from now when you get that split second of a look when someone sees you have the mask. Not everybody, but some people when they see you
I've
have a
noticed
mask
it.
on, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's not even like a double take. It's just like
Oh, we're doing
When
this
I was
now.
at Walmart, I had my mask on. I cut a little hole right here, and I'd stuck my tongue out. And
and they're perfect for it too because they have those little folds in them, so you don't necessarily see the opening, and then all of a sudden your tongue sticks out.
yeah,
They're
got
just
some
not
more.
expecting that.
they're not. No,
It's so raw.
Well,
so raw.
So raw.
since we're talking about masks, I found a Twitter post which led me to another article that just had a bunch of fucking people in their funny masks, their makeshift masks. But you want to click on me so you can see this. But I believe
Holy hell.
this is a grocery bag over his head with maybe I don't know, like a hairnet or something over his face.
Yeah,
I like that
Okay.
one. All right, I like
There you
this
go.
one. I like the party hat. She is here to party. No, see, now she does not look like she's smiling.
no,
No.
Not at all.
There's no smart, but the party hat.
Yeah, the party hat. Yeah, for the
Like a
audio
I don't
listeners,
even-
it's a birthday.
I feel like
hat
she's
What to
got
do with
cancer.
that.
on her face. You think
I mean,
Yeah.
she might? But this guy, he's not only does he have the big paper bag, and the clerk trying to hold back a smile
Look
or
at his
anger.
pants.
He's
Yeah.
wearing,
Did
like,
he make
plastic
wearing
pants out of
Yes,
like a
wearing-
litter bag or something?
Yeah, garbage bags. I'm not sure what it says. Solo on it. I don't know what that is.
cups.
Maybe
He
like
kind of looks like the guy from Guilty Gear.
kind of looks like
Did anybody play that game?
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
that dude is prepared.
Yeah.
He's
he's got the dish gloves on.
That guy is being. That guy.
Yeah, I think so.
that guy is hazmat Harry.
I think he's being funny,
I-
but I like
dubbed-
this guy.
I dubbed the
Old bottle.
Hazmat Harry.
Oh, that's
Bottle ad.
that's one of those 3-liter bottles. You know, like
And you can't
One of
find them
Dave's
3-liter
piss
bottles
jugs.
anymore.
it's hard to find. It must be like at Aldi's or something because like I know you see them in like those super like cheap grocery stores. Like you get that extra liter and it's just a little bit off. But I think that's great. But it led me to look for some other examples of ingenuity. This just a woman in basically a Catwoman outfit with the gas mask on.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like the makeshift plague mask.
and the makeshift
All
plate,
right.
and it's got the garlic
She's
hanging.
she's very steampunky.
Yeah, and then the old lady with the scary mask. That's just cute. That's adorable.
That guy with the newspaper, he looks like I Spy. Remember the I
Yeah,
Spy
yeah.
guys?
Or no, Spy versus Spy.
Spy
Mhm.
versus Spy. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then this actual like plague mask, right? Isn't that what they wore back in the Black Plague days? This guy with the what do you call it? The dog collar, the don't touch your. I think.
Don't
Yeah.
Don't lick
bite
your wiener.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
The
cone.
the dog cone thing, and that is an actual like maxi pad.
Built-in stickers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's holding in his moisture.
If you can use diapers,
When I saw one of those face masks, that's exactly what I said. This looks like a maxi pad.
Patrick, you deserved more of a laugh for that.
Thank you.
What did
Well
you say, Patrick? I missed
I
it.
said it's holding in his moisture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they have maxi pads that like turn blue when they
when they get wet.
No, that's like the
What?
commercials.
Yeah, can you
they
imagine?
pour blue
So you
liquid
know.
on them
He'd have
so you
this
can-
blue smile coming through. Cause
You know that blood is blue down there.
it gets wet and it turns blue? So like it's got pop rocks or something in there.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a great time.
Oh, I
Your
like
vagina just starts crackling.
this guy with the sign on his back. If you can smell my fart, we are not far enough apart.
Clever.
Beautiful.
Rhymes.
Clever.
Well, I don't
I'd
need
say-
to write a
lay
poem.
some-
I'd say
Big
if you can
ones.
smell my fart, you don't have COVID.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it kills your sense of smell. I think this guy's just trying to keep people away from
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
It works
Yeah.
It's got two.
because I don't want to be anywhere near that,
coming out
bro.
everywhere.
Coffee filter. Yeah, so a lot of
Uh,
ingenuity. Oh, this woman taped up her entire dog.
Oh,
That's
that
just a
dog
dog
must
wrapped up.
hate her.
Yeah. And oh, she's already got his little poop in the bag. Don't worry. She's
How
picking up
about
after
that?
the dog. Oh yeah,
Oh,
the guy that you care about your health, but also don't care about
That
your
is
health.
all I see at work every day.
People smoking
Is
through the
that.
mask.
Yes. Yes.
Just flip the mask down.
Yeah.
They'll do that, or they'll even come in to pay their bill, and they'll have their nose outside the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that a
Yeah,
lot.
like that does nothing.
Yeah. I've had to tell people that. Like, hey, you know that defeats the purpose, right?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
The antivirus. Get it?
Oh man, Norton
Oh,
on a
Norton.
disc. Haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah,
Not
so
Haywood Banks.
you know, yeah, I thought it was Haywood Banks at first.
Did you really?
At a glance, yeah.
I kind of did for like half a second. Just half a second.
See, this is funny. This face mask in front of the car, but their car—that's a pretty new car to be overheating like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret that. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, I don't want to stay on this too long, but I just thought it was funny all the different things that people came up with. I don't know what that is.
Bring out those two memes. And now I have
Okay.
received this. I've received one from Scott and one from Jerry. This meme.
Yeah.
Yes, so true.
Yes. Thank you, Jerry. I'm glad you remembered because I wanted to bring that up.
Scott said
and-
in
Oh my gosh.
Scott said in chat that somebody came into his mother's work wearing a diaper as a face mask.
Nice. Well,
I mean,
they
he must listen to the show.
CDC said, you know, get creative. You can
So-
make a mask out of a lot of things.
So this meme says coronavirus isn't real. The government just wants everyone inside for 2 weeks so they can change the batteries in the birds.
Right?
How could we have been so blind?
I love
Now,
it.
scroll down. I like the other one. I think I like the other one a little bit better. Just the picture with it is. I like this.
Don't let the government fool you with this quarantine. They only want you to stay home so they can change the batteries in the birds. Okay,
It's got like-
but yeah,
It's got like a remote control bird, and by remote control bird, I mean it's got a bird. That a guy is holding.
you don't have to say
Guys,
remote
he's
control,
Got
man.
a bird in his hand.
He's
he's
holding
about
a
to-
remote, but
He's about to launch this bird.
He's got those super cool shades too. You
Those
know.
are cool shades.
yeah,
That's what secret
Wear
government
those.
types wear.
Yeah.
like traditional Oakleys.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Hey, pull up. Let's go to the article, Steve-O,
Okay.
and I'm thinking, Steve-O, if you can read this, and then I am going to play the part of the researcher.
Okay, let's see.
Researcher
Let me
for
see.
this.
Let me make sure I know. I guess all the quotes are the researcher.
Just
Yeah.
just the big block ones. Well, not the smaller quotes, but the big block one
Okay.
later on.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll read the headline. Fat Studies professor. Advice on staying healthy during coronavirus oppresses and abuses so many. A fat studies professor at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse claimed that advice on eating healthy foods and getting exercise during the coronavirus pandemic is traumatizing. Dr. Darcy Thaun argued last week on her Two Fat Professors blog, which is dedicated to fighting fat phobia with education, community building, and a lot of sass. That advice
Oh,
on
my
staying
damn.
healthy during social distancing will continue to traumatize people who are already being traumatized. And she says,
Okay.
or he
Here,
says,
okay. To persist in promoting the idea that gaining weight is dangerous, bad, or something that we should be preoccupied with in this moment or any moment only feeds into a system of fat phobia that oppresses and abuses so many, even in the best of times.
Thaun wrote in a piece titled Diet Culture at the End of the World. She added,
I'm going to be blunt. We're living in traumatizing times. Your trauma is real. You do not need to suck it up. We need to seek solace and comfort where we can. And for some folks, that solace and comfort will be in food. And this is okay. It's also okay if you're struggling and need help. Now is the time to connect with others and to support each other however we can from a distance.
From a distance.
From a distance.
Found specializes in fat studies, first-year writing, and queer theory, among other educational areas, according to her school profile page.
Man, that made me lightheaded. Oh. Those deep breathing exercises.
Yeah, you hyperventilate when you breathe deep and don't need to.
Guys, if you try to lose weight like I am during this, which I am doing
How dare you even
successfully,
bring that up?
I am abusing people.
Yeah.
I'm an abuser.
Yeah.
I talk about losing weight because I'm doing low carb.
What, do you think that's
I'm
healthy or
abusing.
something?
Shit.
You
I'm already traumatized.
think that's going to help you live longer or something? Ooh. What was the part in there? Let's see. If you're struggling and need help, that kind of goes against what she was saying. Like, the whole point is...
Like if you're stuck on your back and you can't roll over
Oh, gotcha.
like a turtle.
Yeah, right. Well, in that case, you know, I'm sure Dr. Darcy will be right over to help.
Well, I'd like to weigh in on this.
Beat Dave to the punch.
Heyo.
Sorry, Dave, had to do it to him. So her beef is with people saying, "Oh, since you're at home, why don't you just eat healthy? Since you have to." Well, I guess you don't have to cook all your own foods, but I mean, it's fucking cheaper and it tastes better. And exercise because you got all this fucking free time on your hands. Like, now is the opportunity to get fit and fucking change your life because you're working at home. You know, you don't have to spend the time with the commute. You don't have to do any of that shit. Just fucking. Steve-O's shaking his head.
How dare you, sir? This
mean,
is the
this is-
opportunity to try all the
To get
Doritos
fat?
flavors.
I mean,
Even the Mountain Dew
man,
one.
that does sound
Every
good.
type of Little Debbie, you can try them all. You have so much more time on your hands to try every single donut flavor they have at Dunkin'.
It's man, I was listening to this audiobook and one of the characters was eating chips with just cheese on it, like just nachos, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I need some fucking nachos right now. But I can't.
I can almost
do it.
see Steve-O just all these bags of Doritos around him. He's got some nice vagina scented candles lit.
Mm.
He's
Well-
just he's just getting all up in that Cool Ranch and
even though this conflicts with what I was saying,
ones.
Steve-O and I, we bought the Doritos market on the low.
Yeah.
'Cause, Walgreens fucked up their coupon program. You know how you scan the card and you get deals at Walgreens, and if you don't have the card, then you just pay out the ass for everything. It's a lot like buying prescriptions and medical stuff. Anyway, they had a deal going where it was like you buy 2 bags of Doritos, you get them both for $5, and usually they're 3 something a piece. But they fucked up their system, and instead of being $5, it was what it was supposed to be.
For
It
both.
was-
It was that
Yeah.
$3.69 or whatever.
It was
For
buy
both.
one get it ended up being buy one get one, but we buy those
Oh,
big
yeah.
old bags of fucking Cool
The
Ranch,
fucking big ass ones with the extra dust.
$1.88 a piece.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Let me ask you guys something. Well, here was my favorite snack from when I was a little kid. We used to, when we would drive home, we had a long drive because we lived out in the country, and a lot of times my dad would stop and we would get a snack. And my snack, and I still love this, and I can't eat it anymore, but you get Cool Ranch Doritos and milk. Even better, specifically if you get whole milk. Try this.
Interesting.
I'm telling you,
Like an Oreo? You like let
You
it soak in
dunk it.
there and get.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, you're not
Ugh.
dipping. Oh,
It's
oh,
eat
you're
the
not-
Off
you're
board
dipping.
with that.
It's
Ugh.
not dunking. It's not like you pour it over.
You just
What am I
crush them up
supposed
and
to
pour.
think?
Crush
like
up the whole bag
cereal.
of chips and pour it into the carton of milk and just
No,
drink
you
it.
you
Just
open
eat
the
it like a
bag,
cereal.
you pour
Okay.
the milk inside, you crush it up, and then you drink. You drink the mass that's left. No, you just eat the chips while drinking the milk. Try
Okay.
it, please.
All right.
No.
Cool Ranch on the go.
Have
Yeah.
you guys seen the Mountain Dew flavor that came out?
Mountain Dew Doritos?
Yes.
No.
What?
It
They
better be
made a
Code
Mountain
Red.
Dew flavored no, just regular Mountain Dew flavored Doritos.
That's crazy.
What kind of Doritos?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew flavored Doritos.
I was for some reason I was thinking it was a Doritos flavored Mountain Dew.
No, ugh.
Well, that's next.
mean,
That's got to be next,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, have
Hey.
you tried them, Patrick?
No. No.
We need somebody to find these and try them on the show. Somebody.
I don't
Alright.
really want Mountain Dew
Somebody
flavored. I want Cool
Hey,
Ranch and
chat's
the hot ones.
chat's calling you out there. It says, "Quit flaunting your low carb privilege, Nate."
I flaunt all my privileges all the time. I love it. When I
If you
find
diet
a new,
and exercise, you can do this.
when I find a
Oh.
new privilege, I make sure everybody knows about it as soon as I can.
oh,
Nathan's the whitest man I know.
you had a video that went along with this, right? Or wait,
Oh,
or was
yeah.
it the same? Did it go along?
No, the video is something completely different,
Oh.
but of course it's coronavirus related.
Oh, right. Okay, you want to go?
We could go to that video
Yeah,
now.
let's go. This is the very well-known televangelist Kenneth Copeland.
Mega
Oh, this
church.
guy.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll recognize this
Craziest of the crazies right here. This is gonna be fun.
face. Yeah, this is. Let me get my meter up here. Make sure it's not too loud.
Win! Almighty! Strong! South wind!
Why is it a south wind?
Heat! Burn this thing! In the name of Jesus! Satan, you bow your knee! You fall on your face!
He knows how silly he is.
Slaps
He's
his
like, I'm an
pony. It
idiot.
looks-
You know, I've seen some.
blown away.
Wind of God
Wow, he did it.
on you.
Don't
You are
Do you get COVID that
destroyed
way?
forever,
Yeah.
and you'll never be back.
Wow, he did it.
Thank you, our God.
yeah.
There, he did
Let
it.
it happen.
Everybody, take your
gone.
masks off.
Cause it.
I like his hype man.
You know, I've watched Kenneth Copeland over the years. That man's had some work done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to point that out. He looks like he's got the facelift, so his eyes are like
He's got.
Popping
He's
out.
like should be a poster child for Botox.
Yeah.
The poster child.
Can we just as verbal assault as a group, can we also add to the God's wind and in unison blow the from a south wind blow the coronavirus away?
Yeah.
Oh,
South
I was
wind.
kind of hoping we would fart it away. But
I was just gonna say I had some taquitos earlier, Southwest style. I could probably do either way.
Well, some will blow. You guys fart however you want.
I was hoping we were going to do water,
However the Lord leads.
fire,
Oh. Earth. Earth.
Wind.
Fire.
heart.
Yeah.
Go.
Steve,
planet.
give us a countdown. 3, 2, 1,
All
and
right.
then we'll.
3, 2, 1, blow. There you go.
Couldn't hear me. My
Jesus, hallelujah,
Ta-
Jesus!
Take your mask off. The Lord hath come.
Down on your knees, Satan.
Go kiss the first person you see.
So apparently Chad is going to send a link. There is a rap video of this sermon.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
is it from World Star?
you're so quick
I
with these.
do not
rap
know.
things.
This information is not provided to me.
So we wait.
I'm just trying to follow chat.
We're
That's
waiting
all I'm
on,
doing.
waiting on chat.
It's pretty busy.
Man.
Can we get I want a rap battle between Kenneth Copeland and Benny Hinn. Some Super Saiyan action in there
It's gonna be
somewhere.
difficult. But I'll try.
Yeah.
Why don't you see if you can Google because we're not getting a link.
It might not be the right one.
Oh yeah, I guess I could just search.
Yeah. I mean, if you got the internet or
I
anything
mean,
like that.
I might. Let's see.
I'm just imagining, and I'd like to see the rest of one of his services, Kenneth Copeland's, because you see all these churches right now. You know, you'll drive by and their marquee will say
Wind of God remix.
they'll say like services on Facebook or on live on YouTube or whatever. They'll say that, and I just want to imagine them doing these and then asking for an offering over PayPal. Like,
You can send it to me through Cash App.
Then sang
Yeah.
Moses and the children of Israel
Oh,
his
man.
songs.
Sounds
unto the
like some
Lord.
sick beats.
COVID-19. COVID-19.
Are we gonna get a strike on this?
Surely not on this. From WTF, brah?
From the state of Washington,
I mean, maybe.
Brownsville, Texas, and the tip of Florida. Today, we speak to this atmosphere. Today,
Steve-O. Oh, shit.
this virus hates heat. You just burn this.
hates heat.
Hates that heat.
Oh, he's shooting fireballs.
Supernatural heat wave straight out of hell.
This is a good bit right here.
Yeah.
Somebody did some work.
It's not my new ringtone.
You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. You get out of here now.
I love it.
Is he saying you don't nut?
Yeah, that's the name.
Oh my damn.
Wind of God.
Oh, that look on his face.
Forever, and you'll never be back.
It's good stuff.
That's
That's
good.
great. Give that man a like.
Yeah.
Slap him a
There we go.
like.
We got the like. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, that's good shit. Well, I feel like I've been to church. I feel,
I haven't
Feel a
been to
little
a church in
cleansed.
years.
yeah, I feel holy,
Mm.
righteous.
I feel like
You
we've
go out
been
and do
we've
some
been
more sinning.
grafted into the vine.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, I thought I'd try to come up with something that wasn't coronavirus related. And the most like generally accept or generally I guess I wasn't going to say accepted or relatable thing that I could think of that's recent news. And I'm kind of wondering if this is going to make Dave smile because I think it might.
Ooh, let's
Put your
Dave,
mask
put
on, Dave.
Yeah, put your mask on. Let's see.
Oh
if
my
you
god, I
smile.
just took it off.
Just put it back on.
Oh my fucking damn.
It's not like you got errands to do.
Yeah. So
Let's focus on Dave so people can. Well,
Everybody
you-
click
you-
on Dave.
You're showing things.
Just click
to-
on
yeah, I'm
Dave.
going to show things, and I'm gonna. But I did click on Dave.
Okay.
So look, Dave. So there's a launch of astronauts coming. I've talked about it several times on the show. First time since the shuttle was retired in 2011, and recently they've been promoting the fact that they are bringing back the worm logo. That's what we call this old NASA logo. Right? Does that
Mhm.
do anything for you, Dave? Isn't that kind of like your era? You're
What?
like,
What?
I mean, it was retired in like, I don't, it was like 80 something or 70 something. I don't know.
You know who's smiling right now?
Me?
I'm smiling.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty neat. You know, they fucking brought back the old school logo. In fact, this logo here, the meatball, is the original logo, which is weird because it looks newer. But But yeah, the NASA they call it the worm. They call this one the meatball, by the way. Yeah, for audio people, if you've seen the one, it's just the word NASA with just like wormy looking letters.
Wormy.
Yeah.
No dash through the A.
No dash. Yeah. No. What do they call it? The crossbar something on the A.
I don't know.
The Jesus cross.
The
Well,
thing that doesn't make look like a worm.
the thing that what doesn't make it look like a worm.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had the crossbar, then it would not look like a worm.
Wouldn't flow quite as well.
But for me, I've always had an affinity to it because this classic movie.
Yeah.
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 What's that thing behind him?
Oh, Patrick doesn't recognize this movie.
It's a butt.
That's what they look like.
The robot.
Is this Space Camp?
No, this is Flight of the Navigator. I'm kind of surprised.
Huh.
I mean, I know you're a little younger than me, but I thought maybe you would have seen this. It's just an old Disney movie about a kid. That,
Disney, really?
yeah, it's Disney. And
I didn't think they believed in space.
Well, it's not exactly a true or an accurate representation of how space travel works. They travel through time, so I don't know. But they got NASA's go ahead. NASA got to be the villain in the movie.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. I have more information. Let's see. It was okay. It was in 1992 that was retired. That's why I thought, Dave, and I mean, I thought you'd be like, oh, cool, the old NASA logo.
Taking him back. He smiled. I saw it.
Yeah.
Smiled with his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that did not like that logo, and that's why it got removed. When it got implemented, a lot of people hated it, and then it took until 92 for them to stop using it. But it's back, baby!
Are you looking forward to shirts and hats? Is that?
You can still get those.
Those have always
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually, it says it in this article on the NASA website. It says in 1992, this 1970s brand was retired except on clothing and other souvenir items. But hey, that's coming up, by the way. It sounds, everything that I've been reading and that NASA's been putting out, they are still going to move ahead with this launch. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do differently. There's been talk about limiting the amount of media that can attend, and
They sterilized the rocket.
the launch pad. Yeah. The big question, everybody that I talk to that follows this stuff is like, are they going to do something to try to keep people from coming here to watch it? Which, I mean, you might be able to close the state borders, but you're not going to stop all the people in Florida wanting to come and see it.
Where are you going to be for that?
Hopefully at the press site. I still don't know. I got an email saying that my application was verified and that I will at some point receive an email saying if it was accepted or declined.
Probably say everybody has to wear N95 mask and garbage bags.
I would think. I don't know about the garbage bag, but they'll probably ask everyone to wear masks and do the distancing thing. It's going to be tough. I mean, the press room where you go in, and if you've ever seen them talk from a desk, after a mission, that room is not very big. So you really have to cut back on how many people are in there. But yeah, they're moving forward. Middle of May or end of May is still what they're going for. And there's actually a launch next week. They pushed one back to the end of June. And then just today they announced a launch next Thursday. Another Starlink launch. It'll be the 7th one. Getting closer to that mark where they might actually unveil a consumer terminal and show us what the hell it looks like and how much it's going to be. Hopefully. I don't know. There you go.
I need that space internet.
Yeah. I guess that was still a little bit about Corona, but I did my best.
It was mostly not about Corona.
Well, I think there's I think there's hope. I'm hopeful. I mean, just look at the numbers, and I'm I only know Tennessee's, but if break this down to give some perspective, Tennessee has 6.7 million people. They have roughly 4,000 confirmed cases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so people think confirmed cases, they go, wow, all these people are in the hospital. No.
Mm-hmm.
So how many people would you guess are actually in the hospital because of this? By official numbers,
1,000.
400 people.
400. Wow.
So state of Tennessee has got 400 people actually in the hospital because of this. And it was interesting. I was talking to my mom today, and my mom works right next to the hospital
Mhm.
here in our town.
Yeah.
And she knows a couple of nurses, and she talked to both of them last week, and she asked them about it. And the news had reported like, well, we've got 5 cases at the hospital and we've had 1 death. And both of them were like, that's didn't happen. There's nobody here. We don't know what
What?
what
Really?
they're talking about.
And they were talking about that
Mm.
specific hospital, and she's just like,
Yeah.
no, we don't have any.
Yeah, she's like, we haven't had anything. They've tested people. People have gone home with it, but the idea that there were people hospitalized and that somebody died, they were saying it was bullshit.
Wow.
Either way, never just trust the media, what they say, just blanket statement. Never just trust it.
Right.
But who the fuck knows? I just, it's just looking at it, you just see the worst numbers are in places like New York City and these bigger, more compact, everybody's crowded in together. At some point, even if you maybe have to keep those big cities, those places locked down, hey, maybe let the rest of the country ease up a little bit so we don't all fucking crash the fucking nation in the dirt.
If they could just get those antibody tests out. And okay, so Nathan sent everybody a video at like 4:00 in the morning today, this morning. And I listened to it while I was at work, and it was, it's a long video, and I can't remember all the details, but the main takeaway, and this was a doctor. He'd been an epidemiologist for like 30 years, 35 years, something like that, and studied all kinds of different flus and epidemics. And the main takeaway, and his view is a little bit different than what you hear, and it is literally impossible. This is a great example of how difficult it is to parse between what's real and what's bullshit. But his take is that all we've really done is slow it down, which is kind of what they were saying, flatten the curve. What that really means is that we're going to prolong how long it takes for everyone to
widen the curve.
Yeah, widen it. Yeah, how long it takes for people that are going to get it and then get through it, so that we don't overrun.
But potentially end up infecting more people long term.
Like
because
it sticks
the idea
around
is,
longer.
Right. Well, no, but it could actually get more people because herd immunity. Like, say, if you have just everybody, because this guy's recommendation was protect the people who are at risk, protect the elderly, and have everybody just do everything.
Right.
Do what they're doing
He
normally.
especially kept bringing up having the kids go to school because the kids pass it around and helps build up the immunity.
And what he was saying is once you hit around 80% of everybody in the population infected and have gotten past it,
Mhm.
then this virus can't sustain and it goes away.
Right. Yeah.
But if you've got if you're stretching it out, well, you don't have that immunity that's eventually, basically the virus has nowhere to go.
Mhm.
But if you keep stretching it out this way, okay, we're going to social distance. It's still spreading, but it's just slowly just going out and out and out and out and out and out. And over the long run, he'd say it's possible that could even be even worse if we were to keep going in this direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can mutate.
It was an interesting take, and it's like one of those things like you don't know who to believe, and this is one of the things that Scott Adams talks about is the idea of distrusting experts. Like you have experts take any kind of thing, like say politics or wartime situations, like say the Middle East, news in the Middle East and things going on there. You can have experts saying completely opposite things on every side of it. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
You can do your best to try to figure it out, but in the end, you're almost down to fucking intuition. Almost,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, how do I feel? What have I seen and experienced? You don't know. So what I was saying when I sent that text about, I try to stand by principles. If we look at two different experts and they're saying these opposite things about this situation, my inclination is to go with the one that leans toward freedom and leans toward the government not wrecking everybody's lives and locking everything down. But, you know, like I said, that still might be the right way. I tend to go, well, okay, well, you got two things. They might end up in the long run in and out the same. What would be the better way to go? You'd almost think, okay, the better way, just let it run its course.
Right.
Because it's our hospitals are not being overrun right now.
Yeah.
There might be a
Some
couple
of them are,
hospitals,
yeah, very
a couple
few.
hospitals in a couple cities.
Right.
But here, there's nothing. I mean, like I said, 6.7 million people in Tennessee, 400 people in the hospital over this.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, that everybody, if you have time, go listen to that. It's about 40 minutes. It's really interesting.
And really,
but
you can get the main gist of it from the first 20 minutes. Here, maybe.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe I should.
It repeats itself. He repeats himself quite a bit.
Do you
there
remember
how
what
they
it's
do it.
called? At least I can put it up on the screen so people can, or maybe we can include it in the show notes.
I'd have
And
to,
it's you know, we're not doctors. We're just skeptical people, and you know.
Here, I can put the link in here. Hang
Okay.
on.
Yeah, don't stand on what any one person says, and definitely keep wearing the mask and keep social distancing. But I think it'll be interesting whenever this is all over to there you go.
Actually, I want you to
There
get
you go.
out there and start touching as many children as possible.
Do the
can do
coronavirus challenge and lick toilet seats and doorknobs.
Like
too.
toilet seats and children to get this thing over with.
What's
As quickly as possible.
kind of unfortunate, but I don't know if that's the right word, but what kind of sucks about this is we don't get a chance to see if what we did was the right thing. You know, it's not like we're going to get to do this twice, you know, and
Right.
see which, you know, like, oh, well, what if we didn't do all the social distancing and shut everything down? What would that have been like? Would it have been about the same, you know, a little bit worse? Would it, you know, what would that have been like?
And there's a big thing too. Imagine if this guy, his name is Dr. Knut Wachowski. I believe he's German or something like German.
I think I remember him saying Germany that he was from
Okay, yeah.
Germany.
And the video is called Perspectives on the Pandemic, Professor Knut Wachowski, episode 2. The YouTube channel is Journeyman Pictures. The thing is, imagine if this guy was like Trump's advisor, and imagine Trump said, this is what we're going to do. And think about, okay, you're still going to have quite a few deaths in the long term from this. There's no way that would happen because you can't, if you look at the rest of the world has been social distancing and they've decided to do this. If Trump saw this and this was the advisor and he said, well, we're not going to do that, he would be fucking pilloried in the media. He would be the death time president. It would be,
yeah, no matter what the outcome
there's
was,
no,
it would have been, it's
right.
like,
There's
nothing
no,
to compare it to. There's no
at
way
this point, at this point, there's no politician that would go the way. Now, actually, I know that I think Sweden has not really done. They've not closed down bars, restaurants. I think Germany has not gone.
But they've
this
closed
far.
their borders, right?
I think probably.
I think that.
But I mean,
that if
they've
nothing
allowed
else
their.
has to have happened.
But they've allowed their people to still function. Go out and do things.
Yeah.
And their numbers aren't. I think Germany's is lower than a lot of places, and Sweden's might be slightly more, but it's not outside of the realm.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way now in America that a politician could say like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
They would just be destroyed.
Yeah.
Either party would be destroying them, saying, "Oh, you're not doing enough. You're letting people die. You're putting lives at risk." So
there's no way
it's
to
like
prove it one way or the other.
right. So now this is what we've got for now. Right. Yeah.
Well,
and the thing is,
go ahead.
No, okay. Just to add on to that, Tennessee's governor, Bill. What the fuck is his name?
Bill has
Bill Lee.
Billy.
Old Billy. He was one of the later ones in the nation to bring in the hard order.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had done like social,
Safer at home.
safer at home, right? Thank you. And then now, just like a few days ago, they did the hard-on stay-at-home order, but he was one of the later ones, and he was getting treated that way, like he's not doing enough. He's being reckless
Yeah,
and
it's
this
like our
kind of stuff.
governor.
But looking at our numbers, it's not like we're not one of the lowest, but we're definitely not the highest either. So it's
I imagine it's well, I'm guessing. So I'm talking out of my ass here, but my guess is that it has more to do with people not traveling to, from place to place, more so than a population within a city or town doing the distancing thing. Like the fact that people aren't going from place, like there's not people from Tennessee coming here. Anybody, wherever you are, most people are staying put. I think it's a guess, but and maybe it's more fucking all global traffic goes through New York and LA, and so there were more opportunities to spread it there, and not really all that many people from other countries end up in Tennessee. I mean, over time they do, but not. They're not coming in droves like they do
Right.
to New York and LA and Seattle and DC and stuff.
Yeah, and it's just the population density.
Yeah, they can't keep
Huge.
away from each other. I don't know. I wish there was a way to do an A/B of both methods, that everybody could have stayed at work. I mean, now granted, in our situation here, I don't think that allowing spring break to continue would have been a good idea, because then you do have everybody coming and and spreading it here.
Going back to their cities and states.
Either bringing it here or catching it here because someone else brought it here and then going back. But then if you listen to this guy, it seems like he would suggest that we just let it run
Go
its
ahead and
course.
do it.
But now
Yeah.
maybe though, if we had let all the spring break tourism continue, maybe you would see more hospitals all over the country get overrun because it would have
Maybe.
spread more rapidly.
It's possible. Yeah.
But we don't get to know. I wish.
But I think he even said in that video that hospitals just were not the way that everything's run. And maybe this is another video I heard. Basically, hospitals are running shoestring. They dramatically reduce the number of beds and rooms that they have.
right.
So any
A lot
kind
of
of influx like
hospitals
this is going to
Have
cause a problem.
they'd have like 2 respirators. Some of them have none.
Yeah.
Probably
So-
some of the more rural ones. But
If
After
Elon
this
would hurry
happens-
up.
We shouldn't have a problem.
hey, Tory Bruno, the CEO of United Launch Alliance, they 3D printed up a bunch of face masks and like the actual shield and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any comments on this? What we've been talking about here?
No.
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 Nobody. Dave. Nobody.
You think it'd be any
Becky,
different
no.
if we
Brad.
had just kept everything open? It'd have to be all or nothing, right? Like
All
like
or
the entire
nothing.
country stay open or the entire
Let
country
it go.
close.
Close off your nursing homes. If you've had like a serious lung problem before, you got to separate yourself. But other than that, let it go. That was what he suggested would be the best course of action.
Right.
But
But
there you go.
it is killing people that are otherwise healthy.
Next week we're gonna have Steve-O and Nathan's quarantine talk. Two of us. We'll sing some songs. It'll be fun.
But isn't that weird? Like that there are several. I mean, we only hear about the celebrities, really, but people that are otherwise healthy. I mean, how many otherwise healthy people die from the flu? Is it a lot? Is it more than we think?
I don't know. What I've heard is the death rate is 72%. The 72% of the people that die already had a severe
Oh, okay.
issue.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, it's not that it's just like every other sickness, I mean, of course you got the guy that Dave was, I don't remember if it was on the show or if it was the other night when we were watching a movie, we were talking about just some good old boys hanging out on the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Government conspiracy to save Social Security. Cull the herd.
I forgot about that. Yeah, but that's a little far fetched. But they did point out that coronavirus has been around for years, and that they've had to treat their
cows.
Yeah, and that's true. It's not the first coronavirus that's ever happened.
Oh no, yeah. Well, the worst conspiracy theory is the 5G thing.
Yeah.
I think Patrick, you brought that up. And
Where
the
did
thing with
come
that,
from?
the thing is, well, there's already been this 5G
Study
conspiracy
of
shit.
people getting headaches
And
and nosebleeds
Wi-Fi,
and stuff. Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't. I'll tell you, I've worked around 5G radios, the things on the cell phone towers, and there are big ass signs that say "Do not walk in this area, or you probably will be exposed to the radiation." And then they've got another zone that says "Do not stand in this fucking zone. You will get radiation 100%."
Right, but that's
Yeah.
in that zone.
Yeah, that's just in that zone.
Yeah.
I guess if you look in the comments of that video of that doctor, you can see all these people going, "Oh, this guy's quack. It's bullshit. This is some conspiracy shit." And that's what kind of annoys me about the stuff, like those conspiracies that get going, like 5G and all that shit. It kind of makes it impossible to talk about any kind of alternate idea, or, okay, maybe we're not doing things the right way. Oh, you're just a fucking conspiracy theorist. You're talking bullshit. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm just exploring everything, looking into things and seeing what's out there, but
Mad
It's not
Mike
like-
would be proud of you right now.
it's not like that guy's out there fucking selling crystals and to
Like
to
Gwyneth
cure-
Paltrow.
Yeah.
Well, I scrolled to the comments, and all I'm seeing is the positive ones, because I think that's what they do.
Good.
Yeah,
That's how it should be.
that's how they're. Yeah,
Yeah, if you go
yeah,
far enough.
yeah.
down,
I'm
you'll see
sure,
them,
but I
it
don't
just
want to keep scrolling and try to read.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of like brilliant professor, and then people just quoting, like lots of people are quoting the quote that he said. "Well, I'm not paid by the government, so I'm entitled to do science."
Right.
I like
It is
that.
pretty clever.
Yeah.
Little knock at Fauci there, I guess.
Yeah,
He's not. You could tell when they mentioned his name, he wasn't
he
very,
doesn't like him.
not very impressed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I imagine when you're in a position like Fauci, when I've heard him talk, he seems scientifically
Fauci.
minded, but
Yeah.
I imagine you want to err on the safe side when you're the head of what is it, FDA, CDC,
I have
one of
no
those
idea
things.
what the fuck he's the head of.
Err on the side of safety, because you don't know, if you tell people not to do the things that we've had to do, then you might be responsible for something. So it's better to just err on the side of social distancing and wearing masks, which
Right.
isn't
It's the political, right?
right.
That's
It's
like
not
political
helpful.
option.
If that's not the
Yeah.
best thing to do, then yeah, it's not helpful.
So I'd cover my own ass. And that's the thing, like of course Trump is at this point is gonna go that way, because if there's one thing you can say about Trump is he likes being liked.
Mhm.
He likes his fans liking him, and he wants to be he wants to go down in history. Of course he does.
Yeah.
Every president does, but so he doesn't want to upset a bunch of people at this point. So
Yeah.
it's going to be, he's walking a tightrope of, well, we have to extend it as long as we can, but then when do we open it back up? So,
He said he's going to be looking into Tiger King getting pardoned. He said he'll look into it.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a reporter asked him, "Will you pardon Tiger King?"
He said, "I'll look into it."
Yeah, he was like, "What is this?" He's like, "Well, your son talked about it, that he wants him to be pardoned." He's like, "Oh, is it Don?" He's like, "Yeah, it sounds like something he would say." Yeah. He's like, "So what did he do?" He's like, "Yeah." Anyways, the reporter told him, and then Trump's like, "Yeah, I'll look into it." So
Hitch Slap
weird.
said, if you mention COVID and 5G together on Facebook, they instantly delete the post.
Yeah.
Is that true?
YouTube
I'm not
doesn't
gonna try
even.
it.
YouTube, I know people are saying on YouTube videos, if you mention 5G, that it'll demonetize and basically they'll bury your video,
Wow.
which
Huh.
we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make sure to put that in the tags.
Oh yeah, I could rant on that. Everybody that anybody that does a video on COVID-19, the fucking CDC has got YouTube has inserted a CDC thing with a link on there. Oh, here's your real news
Yeah.
you should watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when the fuck has it been YouTube's job to fucking editorialize every goddamn thing and make sure people believe the right things?
I remember when that
like you're
started.
a fucking platform.
I remember when it
fuck off.
started, and
Didn't it
it
start
was
with flat Earth?
it was like, yeah, it was like Facebook or YouTube or somebody, was like, I think it was when Facebook was catching a bunch of shit. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to try to do something. And they were going to, like, anything that was like a controversial topic, they were going to include a link to, I think it was usually like Wikipedia or something, but it would try to lead people. And to me, I understood what they were going for, but I just don't know how they can be the authority on what's true. How do you do that right? I get what you're trying to do. There's these conspiracy theory videos, or the 5G with the COVID-19 and whatever. We know that there's no connection there, so there should be some way for.
Not everybody does.
No, but the
Right.
point is, I've been in the I've been into conspiracies a long time. I get a kick out of them. I used to believe a few of them.
Right.
The thing is, if you have YouTube doing that and removing videos,
It's not.
that's
gonna
a good
help.
way of saying, "See, I was right.
Right.
I've been right all along."
Right.
The key to free speech, the way you fight, if you want to be up against somebody who has a shitty idea, is having your own idea.
Mhm.
It is not suppressing it. The thing to do would be to just let it go. People that are debunking these kind of, because there are a lot of people like doing debunk videos of this kind of shit. People will be doing that. They'll be putting their videos up. There'll be a debate that happens. Videos will be upvoted and videos will be downvoted.
Yeah.
People will know. It's like, it is not YouTube's job to fucking tell the world how to think or what to do. They're supposed to just be a platform for people to just post their shit. Now it's just fucking Jimmy Fallon videos and fucking guy throwing shit off a roof. It's like fucking stupid. Anyway,
Yeah.
somebody else say something
That
It's
was
a good summary.
besides me
Yeah.
and Steve.
Yeah. Somebody
You
asked
guys are
Nathan
so entertaining.
ask Nathan if he's wearing a disciple shirt.
Yeah. You wearing that disciple shirt?
Oh, he's fucking not.
Sure. Jocko Willink shirt.
Man, you guys don't know. Every once in a while, I go on a disciple rampage and I listen to every album straight.
I know.
through.
I always know.
Yeah, well, I got to let somebody know. It's good. Look, if you start, most people out there, they're like, disciple, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I was
This
like,
is the
wait, is that
greatest
like,
Christian
is it like
bands of all
ministry?
time.
It's
I like
this-
ministry.
It's this Christian rock band from Maryville, Tennessee, that is actually pretty good, and their guitar is just so. This sounds so good.
Wow.
They-
Balls deep,
they-
that guitar.
I don't know if they still record their albums with them, but they used to always go to Travis Wyrick, who he's one of the great producers. Like, he's not like up there with what's his name, Bob Rock or
Bob Rocker.
Bob Rock.
Bob Rocker.
Yeah,
Bob
Bob
Rocker.
Rock, yeah, from
Oh, Bob Rocker.
the Metallica guy, right?
Billy
Is that his
Rocker.
name? Billy
Motley
Rock?
Crue.
Yeah.
Bob
Yeah, he's
Rock.
not up there, but he definitely knows how to make some guitars crunch, and it sounds great. So start with Disciple. This might sting a little, and even if you're not a
Okay.
Christian, just
I'll check it out.
just check it out. It's got a lot of Jesus-y lyrics. Kevin, what the hell is his last name? Kevin Young, the lead singer, wrote all the lyrics. Back in the day, like, they had like 3 or 4 albums in a row where all the lyrics in the lyric sheet in the CD insert, they had the scripture reference that lyric came from. I mean,
Oh,
they'd be
shit.
paraphrased to fit or rhyme or whatever, but he would put the actual scripture reference.
Mm,
It's impressive. So he's singing that scripture, y'all.
yeah.
But it actually is good music, I think. I don't know. It's one of those things it could just be because it's nostalgic.
That's what I'm leaning toward. It's probably.
Could
But I'll
be.
listen.
Hey,
I'll listen.
they did. You know what they did? Their biggest accomplishment that I know about is they had a song become like the intro music for WWE.
Mm.
Yeah, little old band from Maryville. It was like I don't know if it was just Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or whatever, or if it was like the overall. But yeah, you at the beginning of a WWE event, you would hear Disciple. There you
Praise Jesus.
Hmm.
This has been a Christian kind of Jesus-y kind of
go.
show.
Hell yeah!
I just been listening to JT, Billy Joel, none of that bullshit.
Listening to what?
James Taylor, Billy Joel,
Oh.
Cars.
I thought you said JT Billy Joe. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he said JT,
JT
as
Billy
if
Joe.
we're all supposed
Yeah,
to know that it's James Taylor.
Timberlake and Billy Joe.
Justin Timberlake.
I could see Dave jamming to some Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah,
Dancing around his place, cooking tots.
cooking tots,
Burning tots.
Burning, yeah.
Burning tots.
burning tots, and running errands.
Inside the house.
Well, Becca, I've seen you doing a lot of serious writing tonight, so I've got high hopes for this poem.
Well, I wrote with a pen for the first time in a couple weeks. I've been writing with pencil, and I think I'm going to go back to pencil because that's why you saw so much writing, because I was having to move some shit around. This one is called, it's in keeping up with the theme of, the Jesus-y episode that we've had, the religious episode. This one's called Camp Fuck It. If you can read this, now is the time to look up. The best part is on the screen. Putting together a new culture after the old one was cracked open is the right mission once you've recognized that you are far less successful when you try to keep away from solace and comfort. Let it run its course. No matter the outcome, opportunities spread when a sterilized perspective learns to speak to the atmosphere.
All right, thank you, Becca. Thank you also to Haywood Banks for our theme song.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter so you can get that little reminder in your Twitter feed that we are going live at 10:30 every night on YouTube. I know it's late, but you don't have to go to work. Might as well stay up, hang out with us, get in chat like Scott did, like Hitch Slap did, maybe a couple others. Let's see, who else is in there?
Baby Beater was in there.
Oh, Baby Beater, yeah.
Baby Beater.
Yeah, kids on the beat, kids on the
Shout
street,
out.
beat kids. That's
Beat the virus into those kids.
That's underscore verbal assault underscore on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube, and then we'll let you know when we're live.
Be sure to support us anywhere you get your podcast by subscribing, leave a 5-star review on iTunes, and support us on patreon.com/verbal assault as well.
Guys, I've been quiet, and I'll tell you exactly why. I've had that Wind of God remix stuck in my head since I heard it. And to anybody else out there, if you know of some COVID bangers, you call up 865-316-6955 and tell us, because I'm all about some crazy minister remixes put to a trap beat. That is what I'm about. Put that on my gravestone.
Dude.